finally, the last part.
So your game has finally arrived. Now you may be sitting there saying to yourself, it's all over, right? The game came in, and now I can just put it away or play it. Well, there is a few more things you should know when you receive your package.
Oh my god, there's more?
When you open the package, look for any potential bonuses that might have come along with it, like for example, inserts advertising the seller and any deals they may have, little trinkets the seller may send out as thank yous for your purchase. Like a shuriken that I had received twice from one seller after buying a couple games off of them. One of the best ones yet was getting a Bandai Namco advert in one of my latest orders. This advert covered the early releases for the Switch and the PS4, which was odd because the game I had ordered from them was a Sega Saturn game. But the real thing you have to check on though when the package arrives is the game itself. I know, doy, right? But it's important to check the game for any damage that may have come to it. For example, this copy of Sailor Moon R for the Super Famicom is a replacement copy I had to buy, as the original was indisposed. The cartridge came in cracked and essentially broken. I messaged the seller and had to get a refund on the game, then go out and look for a replacement copy. Another time this happened to me was when I ordered a copy of Lupin the Third SD for the Game Boy. When the cartridge came in, the top was cracked and broken in. I had to get another refund for it. Sadly, though, I have not been able to find a decent price replacement for the game. So if this happens to you, message the seller you bought it from and make sure to take pictures, because like an apartment, they will want photographic proof. After that, the seller may take a day or two to process a refund to your account and send out a message and apology. They will not or ever exchange the broken copy for a replacement new copy. Trust me, I tried. Other times, if it's not a broken game, it's the wrong game. This happens for a lot of reasons. The seller or their helper accidentally grabbed the wrong game from their collection and or stock, or in other cases, the seller is overworked, and with orders and overtime, the orders start to get mixed up. I've had this happen to me a couple of times. My simple advice is to assure the seller that it's okay. If they messed up and you get a game you didn't want, message them and let them know, see if you could arrange to send it back. But if you get a game you didn't ask for but are not willing to put up a fuss over, then just do the same thing. Message them and let them know that you have received the wrong game, but you are willing to accept getting it instead, and will just look for a different copy at a similar price. For example, this is my Japanese copy of Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube. I got it from one of my many eBay sellers in Japan. Now, I wasn't supposed to get this. I had no intentions on getting the GameCube game at the time. The order I had placed with him was for a copy of Pokemon Stadium 3 Gold and Silver. This wasn't the first copy of the game I had received that week as well, as there was another seller I had bought a Sega Mega Drive game from that sent me a copy of this by accident earlier in the week. After the struggles and hurdles I had to jump through with him and the buyer that got my game, I decided with this second mistake to let it go and just let the seller have me keep the game. The second seller agreed to this, so I got a copy of Luigi's Mansion for $5. Now, on the other hand, sometimes these mistakes could be blessings in disguise. For an example, I had ordered some games for a future console that I wanted to get for a future episode of Imported Monthly. The games I'd ordered were a puzzle game, 2 RPGs, and 3 games based on a popular anime series. Now, when the order was all said and fine and everything started to come in, the RPGs showed up fine, the puzzle game showed up fine. The anime games, though, was a whole different story. One of the games showed up a little bit earlier than I intended, and the problem was this was the wrong game. So the game that I was supposed to get never showed up, and the game that I had already ordered that was supposed to come a few weeks later did show up. What essentially resulted was I had to contact the eBay seller to let him know what the heck had happened, and then I had to contact the Amazon seller to cancel my order when I explained to him what had happened as well. Then I had to go back to eBay, find another copy of the game, thank God at a cheaper price, and complete in box, and order that one, and that one showed up 2 weeks later, instead of the one that showed up by mistake. Is this confusing? Trust me, when the episode comes out, you'll know. You'll know. But if you end up not having to deal with any of that and the packages come with no cracks, scratches, or tears on the label, then all you have to do is pretty much whatever you want to do. Immediately play it, show it off to your friends, see if they get jealous, or place it on your shelf and just admire it, I guess. It's whatever you want to do. And with that, we're at the end of our journey. I hope you learned a few things that can help you in deciding whether or not you want to do this form of game collecting sometime in the future.
Well, thank God for the Nintendo eShop. I'll never have to go through all of that shit ever.